I'm here to tell you the good news is there's still a job for human beings out there. TELUS International, soon to be called TELUS Digital, is a people company by and large, more than anything, not a big patent portfolio. In this segment of the business, what we do is feed these hungry AI models, train them, check them for accuracy, and more importantly, help our clients do the same. So I think the days of scraping the internet to feed the model for the foundational model have come and gone. The next gold in the Wild West is taking the information of our clients that's behind their firewall and augmenting the AI model and doing that in a way that is transparent, reliable, fair, and then allows them to operate on a lawful basis. But a bit more about us. We are about 78,000 employees in 34 countries. We do lots of things besides the TI-AI piece of the work. One of the more interesting ones relevant to the group is content moderation. So we was just mentioned in a prior seminar, the machine can only go so far. It can see nudity but doesn't know what pornography is. We've got the people who apply the policy once it gets to human review. We like to think we are the humans in the loop. In this case, we specifically on the services side, we've got about 500 languages where we give cultural relevance to the AI model and its results, and all sorts of machine learning needs to know the local nuance. I would be remiss if I didn't also thank all of the regulators here for imposing orders and fines, because we think that drives a path straight to our door every time you do so, and it also helps us. The Clearview case, for example, pretty cheeky not to do a DPIA. I don't know what the thinking was, if this market was so huge that the fine was just rounding error and they'd wait and see if it came. It could be the case. Some view the fines as a cost of doing business, but I think what we're going to try to demonstrate with a couple of the edge cases is we operate largely on consent. So that's really the best means of going forward, but there are a few edge cases which are probably the more interesting ones to mention.
We are in the business of data collection and also data annotation. As we have seen in the previous days, data annotation is crucial for AI safety. The quality of the data determines ultimately the quality of the outcome, and we support in that activity. This serves as an incentive to have data sets that actually serve the purpose, that are narrowed down to what's actually useful and required to be collected. And it determines ultimately that you are collecting only what is needed to achieve for the purpose. So that's the data annotation part. We saw previously how important it is for data aggregation and anonymization as well. But when it comes to data collection, we mostly operate on consent on a targeted basis. However, we have been engaged in collecting data from other sources in certain edge cases, as we say. There we have certain general considerations that we ask the operations and the business teams to be able to provide legal advice. And the first questions, of course, is which data are you collecting? What for? Where from? And narrow the information down to what's actually being done and the purpose of it, it's crucial. It's also very important to analyze how you are collecting the information. It's very different to collect the data via automated means than doing it manually. So that's some of the questions we ask. And then about data scraping from other sources, not only the internet, for example, books. What's the objective of the project? Are you borrowing the style of the author? That's a no-go. But if you want to understand grammar rules, how usually language is constructed, because some and many AI models use that as a base, that's what we collect as well, that then it's not so risky, if you want to say that. So then, again, it's very important to also consider the method of collection, so not automated means, but also manual collection. It's very important to then limit the scope of the project.